Alright fellas, wanted to do another follow-up video really quick. I'm actually on my way out the door, but I wanted to put this together first, so I wanted to give you an idea of what I was going to do here. Since my last video, I have magnetized all the weapon options, pretty much. It was a little bit more tricky than I thought, but you have these two bits here, which are going to be the arm bits for the Forgefiend. And you have to, as you see, I put two magnets on each one, and the polarity works with all of the sockets like, you know, I intended to. But they were both, this one had a little nub on it right here, and this was a complete orb. So I just had to, you know, cut them off and flatten them. And then, you know, I put, you know, that bit, got the magnets bedded in there pretty good. And then same thing on these guys. I elected not to do any fancy drilling, and I just decided to go down just smaller magnets and just kind of embed them in there with green stuff. The reason I did that was because once I put them on there, I could just take and squish them in like that where I had good contact, and it was pretty straightforward, pretty easy. And I did that with all of the, you know, guns. So we have that. Same thing with the lasher tendrils, and this was a complete orb once it was, you know, built. So I just had to cut it in half, and, you know, I embedded a magnet in there, and, you know, these guys go on just perfectly. I mean, they look great. The trouble with doing a kit like this is you know, you want to get the kit built really quickly, but, you know, it takes more time to magnetize as you go. So I'm at the point now where I'm about to do the head and the neck, and the reason I wanted to do this video is because I'm about to glue this together. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to, well, you know, I'll just do it now. I'm going to put some green stuff in this little ball socket joint inside of it, because I'm going to drill into it in the front to embed a magnet here. So I'll have a magnet just sticking, you know, right here, and I'm going to get it. I'm not going to cut this off or anything. I'm just going to be careful and drill a hole right at the front. But I'm going to put some green stuff inside of it right here. I've already got some mixed up there, so we might as well bring you guys along for this ride. Put the glue on the inside here, so it'll try not to spill out a whole bunch while I'm squeezing it together. We take our green stuff, and for good measure, we're going to dab a little bit of super glue on the inside. That, just like that. Take our little glove of green stuff. We're going to smush it right here, just like that. And we're going to join this together. Let's squish that up a little bit more, just for fun. There we go. And that's going to create a nice base for your magnet you're going to put there. Check for any spillage. Give a quick wipe with your thumb. Not a big deal. So now we're ready to let this dry, and we're going to come back later and I'll put a magnet there. I'll probably actually film that process, because, you know, it's sure to be rife with fun times. And, you know, this is basically part 2 of my Maulerfiend build. I just wanted to, because I know a lot of people are coming into the hobby pretty new, and, you know, they don't know the usefulness of these magnets on these larger kits. I mean, it is a huge pain in the butt to do, but once you come up with a little system and a process, it's very easy to, you know, get a lot more use out of these kits than, you know, instead of, you know, spending, you know, $140 or, you know, 160 bucks on 2 of these. You can just buy one, and, you know, unless you really want to run 2 separate ones in your list, you know, even more to the power to you, because then you have, you know, more versatility with these more expensive kits. And, you know, the prices on these things aren't getting any lower, and they just keep going up and up and up. So I think in the future we're going to see a lot more people doing things like this. unless they just, you know, have the extra, you know, cash laying around to go buy a bunch of multiples of these things, which just is asinine anyway. If you could just, you know, spend another, you know, 20 bucks on some magnets. And this did take a lot of magnets. I mean, oh my God, I cannot believe how many that I've used. I mean, I pretty much depleted my supply of magnets between these and my Terminators. It's been fun, but you know, I've got plenty of stuff to get working on, painting through the winter. I'll just paint up here. These are all the stuff that I've built for my, you know, Chaos Army so far. Just, this isn't even all of it. I've got a drawer full of, you know, the Start Collecting box and everything. You know, it's pretty nuts, but that's all I had for you guys. I just wanted to show you how I've been messing with this guy here, and yeah, well, if there are any questions, please, by all means, ask me in the comments, and I'll get back to you as best I can. All right, keep going, guys.